looks like a lot of narratives were kind of destroyed with the launch of Starfield on Xbox and PC, and it really does show that people are buying Xbox games. They're enjoying Xbox games, regardless of whether they're on Game Pass or not. So this was very interesting. It looks like Starfield has indeed won the NPT, or it's something called something else now, but basically the number one selling game for the month in the U.S. According to Circana, was formerly the NPD Group analyst, Starfield is the 7th best-selling game of 2023 year-to-date, based on its launch month of dollar sales. So that's pretty interesting, to say the least. Obviously, Starfield was available on Game Pass on PC as well as Xbox, and seeing that it is already only a month on the market, and has the 7th best sales of the entire year. Absolutely incredible. Bethesda's RPG, which was on the subscription service, held off competition from Mortal Kombat 1, which debuted at number 2 on the software chart to become the 8th selling game of 2023 year-to-date. So think about this for a second. Mortal Kombat 1 is on multiple platforms, Switch included, and the PlayStation 5, and yet Starfield only available on Xbox Series X and S and PC, and absolutely dominated it. EA Sports FC 24 came in at 3. It saw double-digit percentage growth across both unit and dollar sales compared to FIFA 23 September launch month. It's already the 14th best-selling game year-to-date. Other new entries on the software charts included Payday 3 at number 5, NBA 2K24 at 6, and The Crew Motorfest at number 7. On the hardware front, the PS5 remained the best-selling console, while Xbox Series X moved up and took second by both sales and dollar amount, which is significant because it was the month of Starfield. So again, they actually had their best month since 2014, which I think is pretty significant for them to see that type of growth. Also, if you think about it, because if you look back to 2014, we know that was when they unbundled Kinect and things like that, and so that's when things started to kind of pick up for Microsoft, and that is tremendous news. And you know what? At the end of the day, I think that it just really goes to show that Microsoft will be able to go out there and compete. Keep this in mind, that Sony has lowered the price. They've taken money off of their console. They've put it on sale. They're trying to clear out stock and things like that. So it is very interesting, to say the least, and nice to see that Microsoft is still out there competing their asses off. Xbox doing better than it has in a long time. They have what I consider to be the game of the year. I don't care what a lot of haters say or whatever. A lot of people were saying, that, the game wasn't this or wasn't that. I refuse to ever being that type of situation where I think, Xbox or whatever is going to fail or something along those lines. I just refuse to be that guy. I think obviously Xbox has come a long way, and obviously closing on the Activision deal is all the better for Microsoft going forward. Now, obviously, not everything is going to be peaches and cream, and now we're going to see, Microsoft be able to kind of go out there and make sure that they can be competitive with, the best of them. And I think that's going to be a very important, critical part for their future. Like I said, Microsoft has, they've come quite a long way, to be honest with you, but I think that what we're starting to see with them is they're starting to get things in place, which in my opinion is absolutely what they needed to do. And clearly, Microsoft has come such a long way lately that, they're going to be able to go out there and push these things further than they ever have before. So that is very interesting, to say the least. And, obviously there's a lot of negative narratives and things like that when it comes to Xbox, in particular with like Game Pass and things like that. And the reason why is because if you think about this, just think about it logically for a second. Microsoft realistically has Game Pass, and that is going to cannibalize, game sales at various particular points. So when we see that happen, You know, that's something that is going to happen somewhat. But where does that cut off? I think that is the point where people kind of look at these things and kind of wait and see sort of what happens. We want to see gamers kind of have some amazing games to play and things like that. And it is nice to see that. It is nice to see that Microsoft has been able to kind of go out there and push everything that they're doing and be able to get good sales. Not just good sales, but they also managed to get incredibly strong pickups. I can't imagine the amount of people that went out there and also picked up the the entire Xbox just to play this game or what have you. I think that is going to be, that's pretty incredible if you think about it. So I love to see that. I love to see what Microsoft is doing and the way that they've managed to sort of keep themselves relevant in the console space, no matter what. And there's a lot of people that say, oh well, Microsoft doesn't belong, or they don't do this, or they don't do that. I completely disagree. I think obviously Microsoft does belong. This shows that they definitely belong, and it shows that Microsoft is very keen to sort of go out there and be competitive, more competitive than what they've ever been in the past. So that to me is super exciting, and I love to see that in terms of what they're able to go out there and do. So yeah, bravo to them for going out there and killing it and getting these things kind of ramped up the way that they have and getting gamers excited again. I honestly never would have thought we would see these games and things like that spark so much interest in what's going on. So yeah, nice to see that. Love to see how Microsoft is very much a relevant company again, and Xbox in particular as well. So I would appreciate each and every one of you if you would do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I try to cover Xbox as best as I can, fair as I can. I'm more interested in positivity and talking about Xbox in that sort of way than some of the other ways and things like that. I honestly just think that so many people are focused on the negative side of all of this stuff. So that's super unfortunate in my opinion. And I hope that we see, people decide to be positive for a change, because that's, to be honest with you, what I like to see personally. Xbox is doing a good job. I'm not even trying to knock PlayStation. I'm sure their fans are happy. When it comes to certain games like this, if you look at the games that people are talking about, the Spider-Mans and, another Super Mario Brothers 2D game, these are all games that have been done to death. That's why I'm so adamant that Starfield should have been given that chance to really excel. But, people don't want to let go of the past or the fact that Microsoft bought that company. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.